The European Cricket Championship is proudly brought to you by Dream 11, HCL Software, Paramatch, the Junta de Andalucía, and Victorinox.
Ball's gone up, so catching opportunity, two fielders converging. Almost a miscommunication, but in the end, Arnav Jain takes a solid catch there, backward of square. An early scalp for Alan Bass, who's been very good for the Dutch throughout this tournament. And England, halfway through the first, a 2-for-1. Short of length ball, Lincoln, not much footwork, but remarkably, it's flown off his top edge for a Maximo, and one is wide of off stump again, not controlled by Connell, but for 2 out of the last 3 balls, the English have been fortunate. Fairly pleased with this start, although maybe less so, given that Jane's just been pounded over the long off boundary. Big swing again from Connell, another shot out of control. They can basically raffle it between 2 players, and in the end it is taken by Saqib Zulfikar. So a second wicket down, 19 runs on the board, and both of the openers are back in the pavilion. Connell goes for 11. His fellow leg side fielder out to deep mid wicket. And that's the direction that Priestley goes to, but the fielder is simply irrelevant as he carries him by a good 20 metres. So I telegraphed the slower ball. You could see that from the hand adjustment. Dan Lincoln sits on it and pumps it for a Maximo. Full ball and smashed. Absolutely tonked. Short ball, that's a little bit too easy. And after a good start, Leica's lost his way, 2 consecutive Maximos, and it's a pretty decent ball from Leica actually, but what a stunning shot from Lincoln.
Go one more at you, though. This is probably hit too hard for the fielder to get. It is. Silvka has to watch it go into the fence. But ran over there because they didn't get a say. Oh, that might have gone all the way, you know. Well, maybe not. It'll be just inside, but it'll be 4 runs. All right, this is up over the top, and that's going to be 4. 1 bounce again, and it's
goes outside off stump where Lincoln was batting. It's actually a pretty good ball because it's given him a little bit less room to work with, and Lincoln's popped it up. Musa comes in from off the boundary, takes a neat catch, and the English have lost their 3rd wicket, 76 for 2.
This is actually where, you know, this tactic of standing outside, I like it. And here's David Scott.
Out to the offside, and it's 2 wickets in 2 balls. Lovely catch as Shiraz, the diminutive superstar for the boys in orange, swings around and takes a very good catch. So Jain picks up his 2nd. Scott doesn't trouble the scorers, goes for a golden derrick.
Got 2 is a hat-trick ball.
Big swing, ball's up, it should be taken, and it is yet another hat-trick in ECC24. That's Saqib Zulfikar coming there from backward point. Hindley goes. Not only is it a hat-trick, but the England 11 are crumbling. 76 on the board and 4 wickets down. At face the final ball. Goes after it, and he gets enough. Only just, tell you what, off the bat, Vinny. He's straight down the ground. Pretty well struck and just well enough by Hemp to get the boundary 4. He goes to 10 off 2, so a nice start. Leg spinners. Felt like it was in the slot and hit very nicely straight down the wicket. Oh, wow. Priestley responds to the call. Oh, huge swing out to the leg side. And Hemp has absolutely annihilated that delivery. Should be a run-out chance for Hagen, takes it. Such sensational work in the field from Ahmed, who continues a brilliant tournament. Hemp has made an absolute hash of the call. and run out his partner Priestley. Absolutely no chance for the non-striker, and yet another wicket falls. England 11, 109 for 6.
How many goes?
Hemp drags it behind square. Not the greatest ball, not the prettiest shot, but with 4 in the scorebook.
Scored by hand earlier. That was fun.
Oh, that's a glorious shot. Greatwood showing that he's absolutely no mug with the stick. That's a beautiful Maximo photo of yourself on television as the ball runs down to third man from the outside edge of Greatwood's bat. That's smashed over the top by Cameron Hemp, and he's continuing to play a stunning innings.
Viewers, last ball. Pretty good last ball. Should go to bowler here. Should be an easy one. I think they've got him in the end. Look, 135. It looks a bit underwhelming. If I'm completely honest, it's only half a dozen under what par is, but you just feel with these two games having such a high scoring game. Same time yesterday, 189 to 169. 135 is a lot less than England were looking for. See, that was clearly out last ball. Yeah, interesting. Also, England batting first. Is there something to that? Again, not a huge sample size. So, well, in the end, I look at it as another way.
Short outside off stump. Well, Zulfiqar might not be there for too much longer. He's checked his shot, popped it up, and an early wicket. So the English put the hammer down in over 1, and the Dutch already lose their first with only 1 on the board. This is hit high, not as far as he'd like. Catching opportunity, and Hindley has probably grabbed it successfully, but carried it over the rope.
Maybe it's coming. Maybe it's tonight. Who knows?
Oh, the Sturge comes on, and he's whipped to leg side by Vandenberg. So no shouldering arms from the Dutch opener on that occasion. The Sturge, decent length ball, and it's hit very nicely. Not going to quite reach Maximo, but Zulfiqar times it well enough to take it for a 4. So the Netherlands gently building this total. Oh, the Sturge. He's launched a ball that's, I think it's well above the waist. It's been pumped straight down the ground for 4. It's a big outswinger. Well, that is actually a pretty good ball, but Zulfiqar throws the willow at it, and it flies for another boundary. Oh, well, Vandenberg thought he could have been redundant as the Sturge swings back. Well, his bowling may have gone off the boil, but he's taken a cracking grab as Vandenberg slaps his head, disappointed with the shot. But that's an exceptional catch by the big man, and a much-needed wicket for the England. Netherlands 29 for 2. Greatwood, a little bit full, and it's struck very sweetly by Ahmed. So his first legitimate ball gets pumped down the ground. Speed hit by Greatwood, just flicked to the leg side, and it's a pretty good effort out in the field, but I think that has touched the rope.
He might not have realised because he wasn't watching, but this is definitely 4. I think it might have been 4 the first time, but then I'm sure the ball touches the rope. So have a look at this. I think it might have been 4 about here. Oh no, it wasn't 4 yet, but watch it. Goes in there.
Pretty unlucky, Priestley.
Yeah.
Another short one. That's probably the easiest shot to play off him. The top edge is always going to fly over the boundary.
That'll be up, and that'll be out of the ground. Maximo! Right on cue. Musa Ahmed puts that up and into the jungle.
What about stump? Launches it into the sky, and it will carry. Great timing. He's got a lot of natural skill with the bat, Musa. Hits both sides of the wicket. Wide off stump. Musa takes one hand off the bat, and it's an easy catch. And a big wicket in the circumstances for the English. Dutch have gotten a little bit pedestrian in recent stages, and the big fast bowler Allison comes on and takes his second. That's good bowling, and big wicket for the English. Netherlands 64 for 3. That's a decent ball, but it's swung away with immense power. It's gone like a rocket into the hospitality. Once again, outside of stump, this one pops up a bit. Should be caught, and it is taken, and Ski Right is the hero for England. Nice piece of bowling by his fast bowling compadre, Allison. He ends up with 3 for 15.
Scotland lose, Spain are in. Gundy ball first up from Hindley, but it's almost going to pay off. Now I think this has gone for 6.
Change of tack with the left armour. Crows almost batting on the wide line, and he swings healthily, and that's carried the boundary by a long way. Lovely strike. Another ball on leg side. It's hit in the air, and it's taken! An excellent catch down there on the boundary. Off the bat, Crows knew he hadn't made fantastic contact, and it's a wicket for Hindley, and the Dutch are 5 down now for 85. Boundaries from Crows have helped, but this comes off the outside edge of the bat, and it's 2 in 2 for Hindley. Bright goes first ball, and all of a sudden, Vinny, you'd have to say that England are favourites now.
Yeah, not just that, they're not quite the 95 yet, but you imagine they would get it. 10 balls to go here.
They've had Hemp in the vicinity as Zulfikar lifts that very sweetly, and it's carried the boundary for a desperately needed Maximo. The Netherlands now needing 45 off 9 balls.
Last over kind of thriller is Hindley.
Well, Zulfikar's got him to the target in one shot. That's a Maximo.
Colossal win, I think, for them to...
Well, that's a colossal swing and miss from Zulfikar. Lovely piece of bowling. In the left arm, a wrist spinner, Rongan shooting across the face. Zulfikar as he chased down. Lincoln did well taking the stumping as he would have been blinded for a moment, but excellent piece of bowling. The Netherlands, 98 for 7.
I think they really like the idea of not being able to pick him. It might be 4 buys to finish, and it will be. So the Netherlands will crack the 100, and that's all she wrote. Hindley with 3 important wickets. Good tune up for him. As I can tell you now, England 11 will finish in top spot. Netherlands 11, unless something really crazy happens in the next game, will finish second. But Germany, if they get a really big win, I'm about to work out by what,